Good day. Welcome to Just Another Messenger, your alternative decode of the digital, the political, and the prophetic. I'm your host, Tamara L. Powered by AI, grounded in truth and fueled by rebellion, we sift through noise to bring you what they won't say out loud. If you're ready to unplug from the matrix and plug into the message, let's begin. This is not an episode. This is a closing of a cycle. 2025 was not a year of confusion. It was a year of exposure. Exposure of systems. Exposure of false leadership. Exposure of who thought they were chosen, and who actually remembered how to listen. As we step out of 2025 and into 2026, one thing must be said clearly. The age of command is over, and the age of alignment has already begun. If you watched Avatar, Fire and Ash and thought it was just another sci-fi spectacle, you missed the message. Because what that movie showed us, without apology, is that the Primordial Mother is not a goddess you command. She is a law you align with. And that law is showing up right now. In land disputes, in sovereignty movements, in indigenous restoration, and in the collapse of systems that were never in right relationship to the earth in the first place. Let's talk about that fight scene. The so-called chosen one calls out alone, desperate, certain of entitlement. And nothing happens. That wasn't cinematic delay. That was spiritual truth. Because power does not respond to ego. Nature does not respond to titles. And the land does not answer to those who think authority is inherited instead of earned through relationship. This is the lie modern systems were built on. That land can be owned without consent. That sovereignty can be claimed without stewardship. That law exists without memory. The chosen one failed because she was still operating inside the savior myth. And that myth is collapsing everywhere. Governments, corporations, institutions, all calling out to power, and wondering why nothing answers anymore. Then something shifts. 3 voices rise. Not louder, not more dramatic, but coherent. This is where the Primordial Mother appears. Not because she arrived, but because alignment finally occurred. Spiritually, this is everything. Across ancient law, indigenous cosmology, and natural order, 3 is not a number. It is a field, land, people, memory, body, mind, spirit, past, present, future. When those 3 align, the land responds. This is the same principle we are seeing right now. When communities organize, not around ego, but around truth. When indigenous nations speak with unified memory. When land claims are backed not just by paperwork, but by living lineage. The earth responds. Water moves. Fire corrects. Systems fall apart. Not violently. Inevitably. The Primordial Mother is not emotional. She is lawful. And when alignment is restored, guidance flows. Not to dominate. Not to conquer. But to rebalance. That's what peace actually is. Let's make this plain. What we are witnessing globally is not chaos. It is recalibration. Land disputes are not about real estate. They are about memory. Sovereignty movements are not about rebellion. They are about restored relationship. And restoration is not symbolic. It is lawful. It is ecological. It is spiritual. The earth is withdrawing cooperation from systems that broke covenant. And those who remember, those who align, those who move in coherence instead of conquest, they don't have to fight the land. The land fights for them. That is the message of Fire and Ash. That is the message of 2025. So as we step into 2026, understand this. You don't need to call on power. You need to get in position. You don't need to declare sovereignty. You need to live it. You don't need to summon the mother. You need to stop violating her laws. 2026 is not a year for noise. It is a year for precision. And Just Another Messenger is not here to save you. We are here to remind you. If this message resonates, support the work via CashApp $JustAnotherMessenger. Your support keeps the signal clean and the truth moving. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Substack. Share across your social platforms. Because alignment spreads faster than control ever did. This cycle is closed. The next one has already begun. This is just another messenger. And the land is listening now.